Hey everybody, I'm Mark Dannenberg with Options Moneymaker, and this is the Q&A session for Wednesday, May 19th. I have with me Aaron Rumley and Michael Kastner tonight. We'll be hearing from them in just a little bit. So I'm going to get right to it tonight. Most of you have been with us for quite a while and understand our mantra of learn to trade, trade to earn. We use all the tools and programs and teaching and education opportunities to help each of you trade. I want to also help you understand that we're constantly working on new refined ways of trading, particularly working with new cycle trading and analytics. And what we are working on is trade alerts, a possible trade alert opportunity for intraday options trades. I've been very focused recently on SPX 500 cash index options trades. I've also been focused on Amazon trades. I'll just tell you, the Amazon trades just knock it out of the park. So we're working on that. We're kind of refining what the approach would be. And hopefully in the next few weeks, you'll hear more about that if that's something you're interested in. We're also working on auto trading for futures trading. That's what we refer to as our CycleBot system. Auto trading allows us to set up CycleBot to automatically take trades based on signals that are programmed into TradingView and programmed into the adaptive entry system, which you all are familiar with in the live trading room or maybe through your own subscription. Also through some additional systems that we've been refining and testing. And auto trading CycleBot basically will sniff out the signals. It will find the signal. It will actually take the trade. It sends the trade to Infinity Futures, which is the trading platform that we use for futures, executes the trade automatically and exits the trade automatically. We've been running CycleBot now for a few weeks in sim mode. We're also running it overnight, not just during the day. So we run it basically for a 23-hour period, and it's getting more and more refined. We've worked out a lot of the kinks. CycleBot itself is working very well. The tool, the program that our friends at New Cycle Trading helped us create. And the next step is to really be very specific and thoughtful about what we want CycleBot to trade, whether it's AES signals or some other set of signals. And once we refine that, then we can turn CycleBot on to run 23 hours a day and just let it generate profits automatically. We had one of our best overnight days that we've had so far since we first started testing CycleBot. Coming into this morning, overnight we were trading NQ, ES, which is the S&P 500 futures. We were also trading RTY, which is the Russell 2000 futures, and we're also trading gold. The cool thing about CycleBot is it can trade multiple markets simultaneously. It can handle capacity that no human could handle in seeking out signals and basically being able to properly trade those. There was no human intervention because it was all overnight. We had some of the strongest profits that we've ever seen with CycleBot or ever seen in our futures trading. So we're pretty excited about that. We're making great progress, and eventually we hope to be able to come to you and say, here's an opportunity for you to take advantage of CycleBot. Also, we have an internal proprietary trading team who is starting to incorporate auto trading into their trading, and so a lot of really, really great news there. And then the other thing we're working on is what's called the Aurora system. So we have the profit flow analytics system, we have the adaptive entry system, and the Aurora system it builds off of those systems, builds off the adaptive entry system, and it actually refines some of the signals a little bit more, and also is designed to be able to leverage more from the trends. When we get into a long-running trend, there are lots of opportunities to stay in the trend using the right signals, the right parameters, the right settings. So all of that is being designed not just for us, but for you. And at the right times, we will make those things, those tools, available to you for those of you who are interested in expanding your personal trading business. All right, at this time in the Q&A, we always talk about how important it is to update your personal trading plan at the end of each day. I really want to emphasize the importance of the personal trading plan here. Let me go to, let's go here. So first of all, Aaron did a phenomenal job of building a tool that allows us to track every single trade every single day throughout the day. So here is the detail of the trading that we did today. And we record each trade based on the time that we entered the trade, whether it was a short or long. This is all based on the NASDAQ 100 futures, by the way, on a 5-minute chart. We record the time frame of the chart, what the signal was. There's 4 specific signals on the adaptive entry system, plus we trade fractals, and we record in a point value what our profit or loss was. So we're very transparent about this. We record these, we call out these trades in the live trading room every day, and we record whether we won or lost on the trade. And then at the end of the day, we can uh, take a look at the daily summary. And we have 3 categories that we track. Now, we started tracking 2 of these categories back in July of 2020 for the purpose of helping you see the value of not only tracking, but also using a personal trading plan, and more importantly, how to look at your trading as a business and look at the big picture rather than being confined to just looking at what happened today, what happened in this last trade, feeling good or bad, allowing your emotions to be confined to a very, very short period of time. We designed the personal trading plan and this tracking tool to be able to help you see the big picture. So what we do is we take the performance results every day and plug them into our personal trading plan. And we're doing that on a 9:30 to noon, taking all the adaptive entry system signals. We're doing that for a second category, which is trading from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., trading just the trend trades, the trend bias trades, and the trend continuation trades. And then this year, 2021, in January, we started a new personal trading plan and a new trading account where we're trading basically the live trading room hours from 8:45 in the morning to 4 p.m. or whenever we stop trading. Sometimes we stop trading as early as 2:30, especially on a Friday if we've had a really good week, or we want to just basically treat our Friday as a keep your profits Friday. But generally we're trading till somewhere between 3 and 3:30. We rarely ever go all the way to 4 o'clock. But this is an 8:45 to 4 category and is taking all of the adaptive entry system signals plus fractals. And so we can see the variances. So today, for example, May 19th, 9:30 to noon. I got to tell you, 9:30 to noon this morning was a bit of a challenge. Down 74 points if that was the only category you're trading. Down 74 points. If you took every trade, you started at 9:30 and you stopped at 12 o'clock. There were a lot of volatile gyrations this morning. In the 7 to 4 category, where you're taking just the trend bias trades and the continuation trades, we are earned 26 points of profit now on NDX, the NASDAQ 100 futures. Each point has a $20 value to it per contract, so multiply that times 20. And then in the third category that we started this calendar year, the first trading day of January, 8:45 to 4, actually earned 71 points. So you can see what a difference the morning was versus the afternoon. We started down 74 points, and then 8:45 to 4, basically, we ended up positive 71 points. So this is why it's so important not to get hung up on a single day. Let me just tell you very honestly, I want to be frank about this. If you got hung up on a individual day, you might have been out of the game. You might have shut down your trading business. You might have said, I can't win at this. Because we had last week 3 days in a row that were losses, and one of them was a pretty healthy loss. I wouldn't anticipate, if you're managing your business wisely, that you stayed around for 155 points of loss. But Aaron is very diligent. Michael's very diligent about making sure we record every single trade right up until we're done trading so that we have a full database of what the performance results were. At some point, I would have drawn a line in the sand and said, okay, I'm done. I'm looking at my personal trading plan, and I know that X number of points of loss on the losing days is a reasonable number, so I'd stop. I'd be shocked if anybody actually held for that amount of drawdown. But there were 3 days in a row that really contributed to perhaps some anxiety for some traders. But if you're focused on 3 days, you're not going to win this game. You're not going to succeed at your business. Your business is all about winning. Your business is all about winning in the big picture, not one day, not one day. Okay, so let me transition now to the personal trading plan, because this is where you can kind of level set everything. We have winning days and we have losing days. In that 9:30 to noon category, you can see where we put in what the loss was today. We're actually trading 3 contracts in this category. Okay, so it was a losing day. It was a fairly healthy losing day today. All right, it is what it is. But here's what's more important than that. And I can't emphasize this too strongly. I talk about this all the time. I know Aaron emphasizes it in the live trading room. Look at where you're starting. We started with $5,000 in the account the first week of July in 2020. Look at where your projected income is right now for a 52-week period, which is going to be done in about 6.5 weeks. The forecast is to have about $111,000 of profit. That's huge. That is absolutely huge. Yeah. So we had a fairly sizable losing day. We had a couple losing days back here. We had some big winning days back here. I cannot possibly run a business being hung up on what happens this hour, what happens this day. I have to be focused on big picture. I used to run a very, very large division for a corporation, Fortune 500 company. And if I was focused on what happened today, I would never have succeeded. You're going to have wins, you're going to have losses, you're going to have successes, you're going to have things that just challenge you. But if you keep your head in the game, this is one of the best businesses you could ever hope to have. So our winning average is 21.28 points a day. That's what we win on our winning days. On our losing days, we lost 47.34 points. We're taking those run rates. Those run rates are what are defining the blue shaded category, which is basically all of our history for the past 45.6 weeks. We've had 83 losing days, 83 losing days during the last 45.6 weeks. Okay. Take all that into account, the winning days versus losing days, the winning averages versus losing averages, and the fact that we will not trade more than 3 contracts. We've allowed our personal trading plan to scale us up to 3 contracts. Our income projected for 52 weeks is $111,000. Okay. A couple months ago, it was projected to be $125,000. Okay. It's lower, but I don't want to demean this at all, but I don't really care. All I care about is, am I paying attention to my run rate? Am I paying attention to the big picture, the horizon out there, rather than today? If you can't stomach each day or each trade, you shouldn't be trading. It's really that simple. If you are in this to have a personal trading business, if you're in this for the long haul, if you're in this to make sure that you are successful over the course of 12 months, you can have a phenomenal business. And then it's just up to you to decide what hours you want to trade, how much time you want to devote to trading, and how much you choose to make. $5,000 in this account is where we started. Right now, the projection, just 6.5 weeks away, is to be at 111,000 by the end of our 52-week period. Now, our second category, I'm going to go through these quickly. We're going to get to Q&A here in just a minute. Our second category is trading from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. and trading only the trend bias and trend continuation signals. Again, we're maxing out at 3 contracts. This account started the first week of July 2020 with $5,000 in the account. We've also had 83 losing days. Our positive day average is 25.27. Our losing day average is 43.06. In this category, we've inserted those into our forecast fields for the remaining 6.5 weeks. Forecast is to go from 5,000 to 174,290. That's not going to change significantly in the next 5.5 weeks. So we're pretty well locked on something that is, in my opinion, an outstanding return on our original investment. But here's the challenge. This is a real challenge. The challenge is, you as an individual trader, Aaron, Michael, and myself, Kristen, we are individual traders. you get hung up on this trade just gave me a 20-point stop out. Uh, Today was really a challenge for me, and you've identified it as a bad day. And you have a mental hurdle, an emotional hurdle to get past. The personal trading plan, which I'm showing you, is one of the best tools you could use to say, I'm going to plug in my win. I'm going to plug in my loss, whatever it is today. I had big loss back here. I had a big win here, I had a big loss here, I had a big loss here, big win here. Whatever it is, small wins, small losses, big wins, big losses, you plug it into your personal trading plan, and then you take a look at the upper left-hand corner here and go, okay, if I continue to do exactly what I've been doing for the last 45 and a half weeks, my income is projected to be $174,000, having started with $5,000. It's really quite simple, but the biggest challenge, the biggest complication, the biggest hurdle traders have is the emotional hurdle of what just happened on this trade. I feel bad. You assign all these feelings and emotions to your trading. Let me tell you, I'm not immune to that. Aaron and Michael are not immune to that. We feel it too, but we always fall back to the personal trading plan and go, okay, I don't feel very good about having lost $1,845 on Monday because I'm trading 3 contracts and I had a pretty bad day. But if I plug that in and I see where my projection is, and the next 2 days were winning days, I see that I'm still on pace to have earned $174,000 over the course of 12 months. Okay, the last category, we just started this in January of this year, January 2021. First trading day of the year. We have 19 and a half weeks under our belt. We're averaging 36.8 points a day on our winning days. We're actually averaging 70 points, just over 70 points on our losing days. We had 31 losing days in 19.6 weeks. So you can go down and you can look at the winning days. You can look at the losing days. It doesn't really matter to me what the individual days look like as long as the 12-month forecast is what something I consider to be a reasonable number. So in this case, we opened a third account. We had $5,000 as the starting balance in the account. I'm going to actually scroll back here because we started with 1 contract with $5,000. Boom, boom, boom. You know, we're making profits, and then we scaled up to 2 contracts, and then we scaled up to 3 contracts, and then we had this big losing day. Okay, that could be really discouraging for somebody who has a short-term, short-sighted view of their trading. But what it did was it scaled us back to 1 contract. Okay. We weren't out of the water. We'd given back some of the profits that we started with, but we're now back to 1 contract. And since then, we've scaled back up to 3 contracts. The personal trading plan is doing all that scaling for you based on a percentage of the account value. So you don't have to do that. So we're back up to 3 contracts. Yeah, we had a little bit of a setback early on, but I'm in this for a 12-month period. 12 months is the time horizon that I believe is reasonable. It was what was grilled into me as a corporate executive. I'm looking at a quarterly number, I'm looking at a 12-month number, and I'm looking to see whether or not we are on pace to achieve the performance results that were expected from my division. And in this case, you have a business. You are your own business. You are your own division. What expectations do you have of yourself? Here, you start with $5,000. You had a little bit setback early on. You are not trying to live off of this account just yet. You're trying to grow the account so that in year 2, you can pull out money, live on, and grow it again. Right now, the forecast with 19 and a half weeks under our belt is 219,400. I'm going to say I don't expect that it's going to end up being 219,000. I think we're going to get through, a few more weeks, a couple of months, and we're going to see something that is probably a more realistic number. It might end up being that much, might end up being lower than that. But right now we are on pace, given the current performance, despite some of these big drawdowns that we've had on individual days, big losing days. We've had other days that have been huge winning days, and we've had periods of time where we've had no losing days at all. We've had a series of winning days. So it's all a combination. I'm not getting hung up on individual days or individual trades. You take what the market gives you, 219,400. That's a huge potential income. We'll see what it is. I think the other numbers are pretty solid right now because we've only got 6.5 weeks to the end of our first 52-week period. 174,000 and 111,000. Any way you slice it, those are outstanding numbers, having started with just $5,000 in the account. What what you need to do as an individual trader is to make sure that your head is on the right time horizon. If you're looking at today and you don't feel very good about your trades, and you decide to throw in the towel, well, then you've decided to forego any opportunity in building a successful trading business for yourself. This is the long game. This is not the short game of today, the short game of one individual trade. So, there's some practical things in there. You've got to learn how to set limits for yourself. When I show you these numbers, and I say, listen, your positive day average is 25 points and your negative day average is 43 points. Well, if today you made 25 points of profit, you might want to stop trading because you know that that keeps you on pace to earn $174,000. But if today you lost 43 points, yeah, maybe you want to walk away. You want to step away. You don't want to trade anymore because you know that you're still on pace to earn $174,000 or whatever category you're trading in. So that's up to you to decide what category you're trading in, and I'm not restricting you to just the categories I'm showing you. I'm just sharing with you that there is a variety of ways for this to be successful. So, personal trading plan, in my opinion, is one of the most important tools that you will ever want to have in your arsenal. So we're here to help you learn to trade and trade to earn. We always emphasize learn to trade. We want you to trade in sim mode first. We want you to trade in sim mode for 30 to 90 days. We don't want you to risk any money while you're learning. We don't want your losses to be a result of a misunderstanding or not a full learning. We cover education every single day, all day in the live trading room. We're talking about futures trading education. We're talking about options education. We have programs for that. The adaptive entry system signals are what we're trading in the live trading room, and then the personal trading plan. These are the tools that we have created in conjunction with New Cycle Trading and Analytics to help you build a personal trading plan. If you want to learn more about any or all of those tools, you can go to optionsmoneymaker.com/investor2.